Hello again, how's it going, guys? Today I thought we'd take a look at the tomatoes, and I've given CB's garden and greenhouse a heads up on this one because I think he's probably going to be rolling his eyes and shaking his head all the way through it, but that's okay. I've learned a lot from that man, and I don't always apply it, but I have learned a lot. Right, I have got way too many plants going, much more than I can handle. The best thing I could probably do is to just compost half of them and deal with the half I have left. But I'm not going to do that, and so we need to get outside and sort it all out. I put my tomatoes outside in the middle of May when the weather was nice like it is today, and then at the beginning of June the heavens opened and I think it rained for like 3 straight weeks, so I was afraid that we might get a little bit of early blight on the tomatoes, but that didn't happen and they are looking reasonably healthy. My main concern right now is that they're all a little bit close together and they're shading each other out, and so my job today is going to be to space these out a little bit better and put them in places where I can still easily get water to them. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so that's got things spaced out, and I've also gone through and pruned everything. In fact, with a little bit of lunch and a bottle of my favourite wallop, this whole process has taken me about 3 hours. I've now got about 15 pots of tomatoes that are not covered by the automated watering system. They're going to be totally dependent upon me to water them, and my track record when it comes to watering things is sketchy at best. This year I'm just going to have to promise to be good. When it comes to watering this lot here, it's fairly easy. I just happen to know somebody that installs these sprayers in produce sections of supermarkets, and when they put new ones in they get rid of the old ones, and I've been able to nab quite a few of them. Keep it out the garbage. This is the last of the liquid feed that I bought last year. I've not been able to get any deals on it whatsoever this year, but this has got an MPK of 83624. A little bit high at the back end, but it should be okay. We just don't want too much nitrogen at this point. These two are the same product, just different sizes. It's Miracle-Gro Shake and Feed for tomatoes, fruits and vegetables. The one on the left has an MPK of 9412, and the one on the right here has an MPK of 10515. Now I know it's close, but it's not the same, so why do they do that? That makes no sense to me. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to add some calcium to it in the form of dolomite lime, because that's all I have. And the reason I'm doing that is because I learned from CB a couple of years ago that calcium really helps in preventing blossom end rot. And so after I've given the plants the liquid feed, I'll just shake a little bit of this around the base. Had any blossom end rot in the last couple of years, and I'm hoping to make it 3, and I put that down to, and I'll say his name again, CB, and the advice he gave me a couple of years ago about the calcium. Benny L, in a recent video I did, was talking about the San Mazzanos, and she said that she won't grow them anymore because they're notorious for blossom end rot. So I'm going to give these a little bit of extra calcium, and I did put some mushroom manure in with the compost when I planted them up, and I will let you know how these get on as we go. I would like to give an honourable mention to these ones here that are doing extremely well, considering there is a number of things going against them. first off, I didn't sow these until the first week of May, and then secondly, these are growing in spent mushroom compost, nothing else, just straight spent mushroom manure. And then thirdly, they are growing in pretty much full shade. They only get about an hour and a half of direct sunlight a day, and that's right at the end of the day. These were grown from safe seed from an F1 variety called Shirley, and so there's a good chance that these won't come true. Now that shouldn't affect the way that the plant grows, but given the other handicaps that I've thrown at these things, I think they're doing extremely well, and I'm full of hope. A couple of weeks ago I went through and pruned all the tomatoes, and I took a whole bunch of the side shoots and popped them in a cup of water for a few days, and then I transferred them into these cells, and as you can see, they're starting to form some nice little roots on them. Now in a couple of days time I'm going to be pulling out the garlic, so what I'll do is I'll put these in their place, and if we get a nice hind end to the summer, we should get a lot of extra tomatoes for free. Tomatoes like a soil pH level of around 6.2 to 6.8. I'm running at around 6.9 to 7 here, which is pretty much neutral. But you know, sometimes you can just take a look at your plants, and if all looks good, then don't go looking for problems that you don't have. Well, that's taken a look at the tomatoes, and right now I think it's time for a beer. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section below, and if you haven't subscribed, then ding the bell. Until next time, cheers.